weekend. Welcome to SLC Punkcast, where we talk about concerts, either ones that we have attended or the ones that are coming up. Well, here we talk about both. Now, I attended two in the last, the last week. I went and saw one of my favorite bands, The Descendants. The Descendants played with the Buzzcocks and this third band called Grumpster. And they were really good. They were a lot of fun. Grumpster was a fun, plucky kind of a garage-sounding punk rock band. I enjoyed it. And the Buzzcocks, come on. Buzzcocks. They're fucking legends. And yeah, they opened up their set with, their stage walking music was the theme to 2001: A Space Odyssey, just do, 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 do. And then out come the four surviving members of Buzzcocks. Well, one of them is the current singer. I can't remember his name for the damn life of me. I can't remember his name. He's the only original Buzzcock left in the band. Anyway, they all come out and start off with "What do I get? Whoa, what do I get?" And they had plenty of classics just littered throughout that set list. Of course, they had "Orgasm Addict," which is my favorite Buzzcocks song, and they also brought in "Ever Fallen in Love." Ever fallen in love with someone? Ever fallen in love with someone? I can't sing. But I have their set list pulled up here. So aside from the classics, they had songs like "Senses Out of Control," "Six City Sometimes," and also "Manchester Rain." And then they had an elongated version of the song "Harmony in My Head," which was the show closer. They really wanted to make sure they left with a fucking bang. But Buzzcocks, I saw them once with Pete Shelley. It was the year he died. It was months before he died. And so I am at least lucky to have seen that version of Buzzcocks. But the one that we have now, they're still kicking ass. What can I say? Anyway, Descendants, good God, I love Descendants. It's like I lost count of how many times I've seen them, honestly. They've always been a go-to band for me every time I want to listen to, I don't know, nerdy punk rock. They are the punk rock band for nerds. I got them tattooed on me. Look at that shit. Some people get little small Milo tattoos, like maybe they put them on their knuckle or anything. I'm like, no, I want them across my whole shin, and I want them holding up the All Logistics, which, by the way, they didn't play that song. I am still so bummed that they didn't do All Logistics. I've seen them play it before, but they didn't do that. Didn't come out with the tablets that have all the All Logistics written on them, and Milo's not indicting somebody from the audience or some VIP guest. It used to be his kids, and by the spirit of the Bassmaster General, you are granted allularity. I've never been indicted, but I like to think I am. I got him tattooed on me. Does that work? I don't know. Anyway, what about the show? They are still kicking ass. They played all the hits. They played Everything Sucks. They played Coolidge. They played Clean Sheets. They played Nothing With You. They played Talking. They did Wiener Schnitzel. And they did Suburban Home. And yeah, the only song that I'm incredibly bummed they still won't play is "I'm Not a Loser." Why would you play "I'm Not a Loser"? Just because you say homo and butt fuck at the end of your song doesn't mean that, people will cancel you for it. Well, I don't know what gets you canceled these days. The specification seems to change every week, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get canceled from just saying those words. But they don't take things into context. But whatever. Descendants, awesome show, awesome time. I will see them every time. Now, as for the other show that I attended, it was at the DLC Underground, which is the back room of the Quarters Bar in downtown Salt Lake. And I played there a few times, see many a band play there, and it's an awesome little venue. It's awesome. You get such great sound out of there. And it was this band called Bushfire, which my friend Landon told me about, and we were like, yeah, we're going to go see them on Tuesday. Okay, I'll be there. And Tuesday comes around, I'm finishing up at the gym, I get a missed call from Landon, I see his text message, and he's like, dude, we're at the show right now. What show? Bushfire, I told you. Ah, fuck, I forgot. Okay. Finish up at the gym. It's the evening time. Finish up at the gym, shower, eat dinner, then get my ass downtown. I missed the opening band Foreplay, but I heard that they were great. But they were like, Bushfire is starting next. Okay, good. So I'm here just in time. And Bushfire, good. God, they got a performance. They got their lead singer, Jesus, why can't I remember her name? Ari. Yeah. Their lead singer, Ari, she was up there wearing just the top part of a bikini, and she was wearing these Daisy Duke shorts and fucking cowboy boots. And she was all over the place. I mean, literally all over the place. She was just dancing all over the stage, getting down into the crowd with people, just like crawling on the floor and bumping into people, getting them to mosh. And it wasn't just her bassist, Alex, he came out into the crowd, started bumping people around. And, oh man, and their guitarist, Landon, he was done up with some nice makeup and was wearing what looked like a house dress and these long socks, these thigh-high socks with stripes on them. After the show, I was like, hey, Pippi Longstocking, you did a great set. And he laughed. And their drummer, Oman, he is just, God, he's a wild drummer. He was a lot of fun to watch. It was a great time all around. Just a great show, so lively. A lot of, I compared their performance to what the Plasmatics used to be, and her voice sounded very close to Polystyrene of X-Ray Specs. But then they had a lot of surf intricacies in there, a lot of garage rock, and a lot of skate punk, and just straightforward hardcore. It really was a mixed bag, but it was a perfect fucking flavoring of it, of whatever they are. They do have one EP out, one EP. I bought it. I bought the little cassette, and they're just such awesome people. Landon booked him up at his house, so we went back there, we hung out, we drank beers, ate these super spicier than hell peppers that he's growing in his garden. I've been on and off the pot all day. Sucks. But it was a good time, and I told them, like, hey, next time you guys come through, I have a house venue, and we would love you guys to play it. And they're like, oh, fuck yes, we love house shows. All right, we would love to have you. So next time you come back, maybe in the spring, we'll make sure that you get here. You can stay at the house. We'll make sure we feed you, and we'll make sure that, Landon took care of them. He made them soup. And that was beautiful. And yeah, we'll also make sure to get you in on the Punkcast. We can interview you guys. I'd love to talk to you guys. So yeah, we networked, we exchanged numbers, and that way we're all in with, we're all in touch with each other. So that way, and they are still very excited to come out here again and play our little house venue. So it's awesome that networking like this still exists. Anyway, as for shows that are coming up, we got quite a few. On the 4th, there are 2 shows. One is for Salt City United. Salt City United is it's the group of skinheads in Salt Lake. They are doing a fundraiser with Endless Struggle, Eagle Twin, Pushing Up Daisies, and they have a DJ, Flash and Flare. Now, that last band, Pushing Up Daisies, this is a huge thing. They are one of the OG SLC hardcore bands, and they have not played a show in 10 years, and they are in high demand for a comeback. So they'll be playing a string of shows in the next couple of months. This is one of them. Anyway, also on the 4th, I forgot to say, the SCU Supporters Fundraiser. It's at Urban Lounge. It's free and starts at 7 p.m. Also on the 4th is a death metal show. I talked about this one last week. Undeath, Cruelty, Gates of Hell, and Tribal Gaze. And I have not checked to see if Tribal Gaze is back on the tour, if they got their passport situation sorted out. And I assume that it's going because no one has said otherwise about a cancellation or anything of that sort. So yeah, Undeath is still happening on October 4th, this Friday. That's going to be at Fellowship Hall. It's $20 to come on in. It starts at 6 p.m. Then on the 5th, fentanyl, Mexican Coke, ribbons, asbestos, and PCP. I told this one, it's like a laundry list of a rager that's not going to end well. Take PCP and mix it with fentanyl. Yeah, PCP laced with fentanyl. Wash it down with Mexican Coke, and then just start huffing asbestos. It's a squat. Who knows what the hell's living in the ceiling? And you tie that up in a nice little ribbon. There you go. That's going to be at Oliver Rock, and it's going to be $15, and it starts at 6 p.m. On the 7th, there are 2 hardcore shows happening, one of which is happening at Fellowship Hall. It is Tsunami, Ingrown, Terena, Mask, and Apex Predator. That's a pretty brutal lineup. All of those bands bring out some tough crowds. So if you want to go there and you want to be safe, stand as close to the left side of the stage as possible. Anyway, that's going to be starting at 7 p.m. It's $25. $25. 3 of those bands are touring bands, so it makes sense. However, on the 7th, I will be seeing Ringworm. Ringworm is coming back, and I am so fucking excited. It sucks that it had to be Jordan Clemens that booked him, but whatever. I'm just going to go to the show early and make sure that my money doesn't end up in that fucking asshole's pocket. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna buy as many drinks on tap because they get a share of the funds that the bar makes from liquor sales, and I'm going to buy their merch because that's how you support bands these days. Don't trust the promoters. Well, don't trust all of them. Definitely don't trust JRC. He's a fucking scumbag. Anyway, they'll be touring with No Mas, and my friends in Hangxiety are going to open for them. Hangxiety is one of Kyle Smith's and Ross. Jesus, I can't remember his name. Anyway, the guitarist of, Kyle is the guitarist of Monstrology, and he's also the guitarist of one Apathetic song. He laid down the leads in her song 25 to Life. And Ross is the bassist of Monstrology, and they got this nice little project together called Hangxiety. I've seen them once. They are awesome. So it'll be awesome to see them again with one of my favorite hardcore bands. That's going to be at Aces High. It's going to be $16. That's really not bad considering the legends you'll be seeing. And it starts at 8 p.m. Now the 9th. There's a lot of shit going on at the 9th. First, Dropkick Murphys, Pennywise, and the Scratch are coming to the Union, and that is going to be an entrance fee at a staggering $62. After all the fees and after all the taxes, good Lord, is anything sacred left in this world? Not in today's country. Not in this country. Anyway, that's going to be starting at 6:30. So shell out your money for that. See Murphys with half of the talent. I'm sorry. I'm so bitter that Al isn't singing for them right now. I know why he's not. It's whatever. It'll still be a fun show. Also on the 9th, Unity from Texas and Mugshot and Silly Goose will be playing at Kilby Court. I love that. I love listening to that lineup. Mugshot, Unity, Silly Goose. So that's going to be at Kilby Court. I don't know how much it is, but it will be starting at 6-ish. Who knows? I mean, Kilby Court does. But yeah, just show up around 6. That's when showtime usually happens. But I'm not going to be at either of those shows. Instead, on the 9th, I will be playing a show presented by Punks and Punchlines. We will be playing with 4 stand-up comedians, Colton Curtis, Joe Elgin, Mad Dog, and Josh Martin. And I don't know where we're going to be fitting in on that lineup. Are we going to be the after show, just going to play a few songs in between? I don't know how this works, so... but it's going to be fun either way. You get to come in, drink, laugh, and watch some talented musicians. Yeah, you know what? It's not even a joke. We are talented, goddammit. That's going to be a Cruiser Saloon. I've never been there. It's the first time I'm hearing about it. And going to be $10 entry. It is a bar, so 21 plus. I'm sorry. And that's going to be starting at 8 p.m. So that's all I got for the shows that are coming up in the next week and a half. I hope to see you guys at one of them, but most importantly, I hope you guys come to see me and the Apathetics. Cruiser Saloon, October 9th, with comedians.
Now take us around the world. We are heading to Hemet, California, October 5th. Another Crappies show. It's free entry, starts at 8:30, 21 and older. You get to see the Odd Advantage Badass Filthy Traders from Seattle and King Tide. Badass will be doing a tour over in Europe before too long. High Society, almost done with what you're going to see here. If you see it soon, you'll get to see them. They're probably playing right now as I'm recording this in Mainz at Fan House. They'll be at Spunk in Braunschweig on October 5th. So go check them out there on October 5th as well at Art Bar. And this is, I think, South Carolina. You can see Lewis Turnout, Long Shot Odds, Little Fires, $8, doors at 7, show at 9:30. Again, 21 and older. Another one on October 5th. If you were in Fife, I believe, over in Scotland, you can go check out Hateful the Fuck Ups, Razortooth the Dregs, 13 Tombs, Thrown Away. What an amazing lineup. Doors at 5:30, first band at 6, £7 for admission. So go check that one out. Over in Hamburg today, Friday the 4th, and also October 5th, Saturday. It's at Monkeys in Hamburg in Germany. Moyen. It's Hamburg. You can go see Evil Conduct, Crim, Shandy, One Voice, Stumbling Boys, The Flame 69. I need to check out Stumbling Boys, but all the rest of them I know are fantastic bands. You get top DJs, The Emperor and Mark Volga, and it is starting at 4. So on Saturday, that is, starting at 4. So go check out all of those bands. If you are here on the West Coast, you can go check out Triangle of Fire. I believe they are from Atlanta, heading out here to the West Coast. October 5th, they'll be in Colorado Springs, Seattle on the 7th, Portland on the 8th, Eugene 10th, Berkeley 11th, Oxnard on the 12th, Las Vegas on the 13th, and then Albuquerque on the 14th. And then we've got a specific flyer right here. If you're going to be at the Oxnard show on October 12th, you can go see them with Cancer Slug, Psychotic Barnyard, Asylums, show at 7. Well, doors, I think it's at 7, opening, something like that. It's all ages on this one. $15 for pre-sale, $20 at the door. Ticks are on Eventbrite. You can go check that out. If you're going to be in Oxnard, and costumes are always encouraged. It's that time of year. Our pals over in the UK, Arizona Law, are going to be playing a few shows. November 10th in Plymouth at the Nowhere Inn, Newport at the Pit on the 11th, and at Barnstaple at Bar Nirvana on the 12th. Go check out our pals, Arizona Law, if you're in that area. On October 11th, The War Lovers with Muddle and K-Hole at Hickory Urban Sanctuary. Doors at 7. Noise, I love that. Noise at 8, $10. That is in Buffalo, New York. Then on October 12th, Standard Issue. Love those guys. Hope to get to see them someday. They'll be in San Diego with Cuxio, Cuxillo. I mean, you can see it on the flyer. Suicide, DIY Suicide. Got some of those fonts are hard to read. Manual Fade. Show starts at 8. $10 donation entry. Ask a punk for the address. The Print Shop. It's an all-ages show. So, man, go check that out. Those are fun. Chaser will be here in Salt Lake at Aces High Saloon on Saturday, October 12th with Restroyer, Racist Kramer, and Bridge the Gap. Go check that one out with those bands at Aces High. Their Small Victories release just came out. We played a few of them over on SLC Punkcast, Punkin' Away Worldwide. And we're going to wrap up this episode with The Freeze. They will be in Denver, Colorado. That's a band you have to check out. They'll be with Clusterfucks and an album release for Battle Sites October 18th. Tickets and info available at hqdenver.com. You can see all that on the flyer. And
anyway, we'll see you next week with a new round of shows and a new round of stories from the shows that had happened. I'm sure I'm going to have a nice bunch of fable tales to tell you. Anyway, till next week, see you guys.